I mean, tell us first, what details do we know so far about this?
Sure. So far, the Australian government has been a little cagey about letting out too much information. But what we know is that it's 3 vessels. It's a guided missile cruiser, a replenishment vessel, and a frigate. And they have basically been spotted off. They're off the eastern coast of Australia, which is quite a long way away from the Chinese shipyards in Shanghai. But the interesting thing about this is that it's very, very rare to see Chinese vessels off the coast of Australia, particularly the eastern coast. In the north, near Darwin, off the coast of Indonesia, that's pretty common. But to see them near Sydney, near Melbourne, that's very unusual.
Yeah, Ben, and I think just to make the other point too, where we do see this slightly more common is really around the South China Sea. And I think a related story here is, the Philippines, and what do we know about this, accusing, at least based on what we're hearing from Manila, a Chinese chopper of dangerous maneuvers. What do we know about that?
Yeah, that's right. So the Philippine Coast Guard has accused China of flying within 3 meters of one of their helicopters, and I think it's not unusual for anyone who follows this sort of news regularly. It might be dangerous, but it's not unusual. Australia has itself, in fact, just accused China of doing a very similar maneuver in the South China Sea, where an Australian plane had flares shot into it from above by a Chinese plane. And now, in both these instances, I think we know that the Chinese government says that it is not the Chinese military's fault. It is the fault of the militaries in question, the Philippine military, the Australian military. But as I say, these things are becoming not uncommon. I think there's been at least 3 incidents with Australia in the past 18 months, and more than that for the Philippines, particularly around Scarborough Shoal, where this particular incident took place.